Hello, we're back with more Let's Play Final Fantasy Mystic Quest Blind. And last one we started going into this, what was the name of this tower? I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, I did the fights off camera. It only took a few seconds. Thanks to the fast forward feature of the emulator. Okay, so let's go this way. Oh, shit. Alright, got a new fight right off the bat. Woohoo. One of the things that I was thinking a little bit about that episode where I talked about that book that teaches you how to heal your teeth, and one of the downsides I have about when I explain something is that I like to be thorough, and so like if there's anything I forget, then I'm like, shit, I should have fucking said that. One of the things that that I had forgotten to say that I was gonna say is oh shit, come on, I didn't mean to do that. Meant to do this. All right. Was that I didn't even get in a fluoride, and I mean I won't spend too much time on it. But one of the things that I had to do a paper on this at one point, and what I learned was, and I had never thought of it, but it makes perfect sense. That we're told that fluoride like is good for your teeth or whatever the fuck, but you know, your teeth are basically just bones that are, like, in your head. They're just exposed bones that come out of your skull or whatever. But if fluoride strengthens your bones or whatever, if it's good for your teeth, which are bones, then why don't they use fluoride to treat osteoporosis? That's a huge problem with females. So why don't they treat it? Oh, because it so doesn't work that that using fluoride to treat osteoporosis is actually banned, because the results of whatever testing they did was so disastrous that they're not even allowed to treat osteoporosis with fluoride. So yet, for some fucked up reason, they're just allowed to they can't, if you have fucked up teeth, they don't consider that osteoporosis, even though it's essentially a bone. You know, your teeth are bones, essentially. They use calcium and whatnot. So, I was about to say, what's the point of this area? You can't go anywhere. Okay, you can go somewhere. But just take a peek up here. Let's go back down first. So one of the things I was going to say is that, like, I had never thought of it, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, you're totally right. You never hear about fluoride treatments for osteoporosis, just because it so doesn't work. It doesn't work with teeth, it doesn't work with your other bones either, except the fact that it doesn't work with your, like, femur or whatever. Like, you'll just break your femur more easily or whatever. So that would be, the link between fluoride and then more bone fractures would get out into the public, where they'd be like, hey, it's actually not better for your fucking teeth. So they basically just banned it so that people wouldn't find out that it's actually not good for your teeth or whatever. Since it's not good for any other bone in your damn body. Oh man, there's so many fucking fights! No, I don't want to do all these fights, man. They're so boring. Should I just... Okay, I only have to do these 3, I think. I mean, for now. Hey, I haven't seen these guys in a while. What up, sorcerer? Oh, please don't. Ow. Yeah, you did. You're so high and mighty, but your floating balls could not protect you from this, from the battle axe of death. Okay. Pazuzu, why is that sprite so fucked up? Why is it, like, so huge? I don't understand. What is the point of this? Oh shit, so we actually have to do this fight too. Damn it! What's the deal with them having a pink sprite, but then when the battle starts, they're actually purple? They did the same thing with the ninjas. They had pink ninjas, and then they're purple, actually. Oh yeah. I pressed A the shit out of you. Nothing to do here. So what was the point of... Oh, okay, we go this way. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and heal just for just a tick. Alright, what do we got up here? More fights! Woohoo, boy! Just what the doctor ordered. I went into the doctor and I was like, hey, I'm having too much fun with life. And they're like, oh, well, I prescribe you some battles that'll bring your fun level way the fuck down. Kind of mellow you out. Because mellowing you out is how you treat shit. It's actually fucked up with when people have like anxiety disorders or whatever. They basically just like the medication. It's so fucked up when you think about it. But the trick is that you got to actually think about it. If you have like an anxiety disorder, they give you medication that basically just disables the part of your brain that lets you feel emotions, and then that disabling effect is viewed as treating the anxiety disorder. Which, when you think about it, doesn't make any fucking sense. You're just disabling the emotion centers of the brain, and then that's viewed as being helpful, when really that's not helpful at all, actually. Okay. And sometimes anxiety disorders can make a person become like manic, to where they sometimes are super fucking manic, and then they're like, oh man, I feel so great right now, this medication must be working. It's like, no, it's actually just like you're just artificially altering your mood, which is not a healthy thing to do over the long term. You're not actually treating the disorder. You're just using drugs to just like artificially alter your mood, you know, which is not a genuine like treatment, you know. But on the other hand, I mean, if somebody's like, you know, I wouldn't particularly say antidepressants, for example, are a super great option, but the fact is that if somebody is like suicidally depressed, then yes, give them an antidepressant, because you can't help them if they're dead. You know, if they actually are suicidal and they actually kill themselves or whatever, then you can't actually help them. So yes, go ahead, give them an antidepressant, but then also get them the therapy they need or whatever. But antidepressants are not really an end-all. It doesn't actually treat the condition. It's the same thing as the anxiety thing that I had said a minute ago. It basically just numbs the part of your brain that feels emotion, and then you're just like, oh, I don't feel depressed anymore. Well, I don't feel happy either, but at least you know, it's better to feel nothing than to feel depressed. It's like, well, is it though? You know? Just learning how to like process your emotions properly is what is an ideal situation. Okay, let's skip that fucker. Oh man, we can see why are the clouds moving so fast? Oh, shit, I don't want to go that way, but I have to go that way. No. Okay. But I mean, it's important to realize that like nobody can be happy all the time. That's not like usual. It's not normal. Not that I'm an expert on what's normal, but feeling sad from time to time. It's like, well, I mean, you gotta ask yourself, like, did a family member die? Well, then you should feel a little bit bummed out, you know, or really bummed out. Or did something super negative happen? Well, yes, okay, well then you should feel bad, actually. So making the bad feeling go away doesn't, like, actually, that's, you know, you're not doing yourself any favors by just getting rid of the bad feeling. But the problem is that when people live their whole life with this bad feeling all the time, they just want to do anything to get rid of it. They just consider getting rid of it to be, like, a good thing. But a lot of people that are prescribed antidepressants don't like to take it because they just feel, or, you know, like, give them, like, Xanax for anxiety. They just don't take it because they don't like feeling like a zombie. Which is totally understandable, actually. I did take Xanax recreationally a couple of times. Like, I think I bought, like, 6 or 8 bars. And then took, like, maybe, did I take, maybe it was, like, 4 or 6 bars. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I tried it, like, twice recreationally and just was like, why the fuck do people like this? It's not, It doesn't feel good to just not feel anything. Like, it's not, like, fun. Like, ideally, if you spend money on, to buy a drug illegally, you want to be like, hey, I'm getting euphoria, or I'm feeling good from this in some way, but when you just feel like nothing, you're just like, why did I spend money on this? Boy, it's not fun at all, actually. So maybe the people that buy Xanax and get hooked on it or whatever actually have, like, some underlying issue where they're just trying to not feel like, they haven't learned to process the emotion and they're just, like, escaping it or something. Not that I feel like all drug use is used to escape reality or whatever. I've actually heard from a couple of people that, like, never use drugs. They're like, drugs are just used to escape reality. I'm like, actually, a lot of people that use drugs are perfectly fine without it. They just want to feel better than they do when they're sober, you know? If you could choose to feel either euphoria or not euphoria, then why would you choose not euphoria, you know? Like, that kind of thing. Let's just kill this guy. So, I mean, yeah, there are people that use drugs to escape their everyday lives or whatever, but I mean, some people just use it to just make their day be better, which I totally understand. I mean, when I worked at Taco Bell for, 13 and a half years, I was not sober for plenty of that time. It's not because I was trying to escape something. It's just like, well, if I could either go to work, be underpaid, and then feel tired and crappy afterwards, versus I could go to work and be not super tired and feel good afterwards and not feel drained. It's the point of this area, by the way. It does just kind of like, there's multiple reasons why people use drugs at work or whatever, but, like, sometimes they just want to just make their day easier. It's like, if you could choose to make your work day easier or not, then why would you choose to not make it easier, you know? But the problem with doing that long term is that you just sort of become docile and you end up not hating your job enough to actually want to quit. And I think that was one of the problems that I had. Not problem, I would say, but that was one of the mindsets I got into. Where, like, when you're on drugs all the time at work, you're just like, oh, well, I don't hate it because I'm not sober to hate it or whatever, you know, like, when you're on something, you're feeling like euphoria, then you don't hate the job, and then when you don't hate it, you won't hate it enough to quit, and then you just keep showing up, and then next thing you know, you work there 13 and a half years. I wasn't on drugs the entire time I worked there, but it was several years, and then when at some point I finally did stop, and then I think, like, it took, like, oh shit, how long did it take? I don't know, I'll say about 2 or so years for me to finally get tired of it and quit, I think. There was one drug that I used, and I switched to a different drug, and then I think when I totally quit, then I think it was about 2 years, I think. I don't 100% remember. Let's check down first, I suppose. So, I mean, like, I've seen, several dozen people just come and go from that store. And what I noticed is that regular average people would work there for about a year, get tired of it, and then quit, and then, like, move on to the next job, the next higher paying job or whatever. But the people that used one, I've seen, a lot of people have their what's called DOC, drug of choice. A lot of people had a different drug of choice. A lot of people had weed. There was some people that drank all the time. There was some people that used like painkillers and like Suboxone or like morphine or whatever they could get their hands on at the time. Okay, but oh shit, treasure! I want the treasure. How do I get over there though, man? Looks like I might have to fall, maybe. Oh shit, Pazuzu's there now too. All right. Hold on, let me go back. Holy shit, I'm on the 7th floor. I didn't even notice. But, cure potions, alright. Boy, that is a very, very obvious wall to break open. Oh, shit. So many fights. Oh, there's a chest off to the left. Oh, my gosh. But one thing I did notice is that a lot of times the drug users would be the ones that work there for like years and years because they're just docile and they just don't hate it and they just keep showing up and keep showing up and keep buying their drugs and then keep showing up. You know, there was people that were not really like reliable workers that would just sometimes just not show up or whatever, but a lot of times despite what non-drug users would think, a lot of times the drug users were the most like reliable people because they would always show up because they always want their money to get their bag or their bottle or their pills or whatever. So they know that like, hey, if I skip a day of work, that's going to be $50 I'm not going to get. That could be like, you know, an eighth or almost an eighth or, you know, or one OC or something. You know, OxyContin is usually about $40. $40 for 40. Back when we were kids, it was 40 for an 80. But so many people got hooked on it that they were just like, oh, well, we can make twice the money charging $1 a milligram instead of 50 cents a milligram. Can we please kill this guy, please, by the way? Fuck. So I would always tell people when I was like training them, you know, if I could tell that they were like high, like right off the bat, you know, I'd say like, you know, I don't really give a shit. It's none of my business, but I would say like, just keep in mind that if you don't flare, all right, cool. You know, there was only a couple of times, maybe less than 5, that I actually would be like, I don't, you know, if I could tell that they were like a stoner, I would just be like, just letting you know that if you're high every day at work, you're not going to hate it, and then you're not going to leave, and then you're not going to get it, you're not going to progress in your life. You're going to, holy shit. You're gonna turn 30 one day or whatever, and then be like, holy shit, I gotta get the fuck out of here. What am I doing with my life, man? That's actually sort of what happened with me. I turned 30 and I was like, holy shit, I've saved $0 for retirement. I gotta get the fuck out of here. What am I doing? There was some people that would come in and they're like fucking 16 and they're probably looking at me being like 30, being like, what the hell did this guy, where did this guy go wrong in life? Why the hell is he still here at age 30? What the fuck? And sometimes I'm sitting here going like, man, you're so fucking young. I could almost be your fucking parent, man. I feel like I need your parents' permission to like talk to you or something. Jeez, it's like weird having like a conversation with like a 16-year-old when you're like 30. And you're both working at the same place, and I'm only making like 80 cents more than them per hour or some shit. I'm like, man, dude. Oh, that switch that they told me about. I could flip with the axe. Oh, I can't flip it back though. Okay, that kind of makes me feel good to know that I only had to flip it one direction, so I don't have to worry about like, do I have to do a thing when it's flipped one way or the other way or what? Oh shit, more fucking... Okay, so we got, what, 3 more fights, and then... Maybe I'll just cut this part out if we got a bunch more fights. Oh, fuck. Okay, so let's cut... I'll do all these fights off camera, all the fights that I can do without leaving this room or whatever, so we'll be right back after we're done. So yeah, we'll be right back. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to this mofo. Playtime's over, prepare to meet your doom! And you can forget about Captain Mac. Do we ever even meet him? Oh shit, we gotta fight him. I thought we were gonna have to chase him away like a couple more times. Okay, I guess we're at the top. There's a bunch of places I didn't explore yet. We got Flare. Should we try it out? A Flare always hits everybody. Okay, Meteor also always hits everyone. I can't even change it back to a single target. Okay, only Thunder I can change. Let's try it, because I have it, and I haven't used it yet. Let's try Aerial. Maybe it'll work, because it's wind against a bird dude. I don't know. Hey, weak. 1587. Alright, sweet. Pile Driver. Holy shit. Oh, man. 2,000. 2,000 damages. Alright, let's fucking do that shit a bunch of times. Oh, unfortunately, I'm going to have to heal at some point. I'll heal with, actually, I'm going to have to heal with Thomas, because Kaylee doesn't have a cure, and our potions are fucking weak sauce. Alright, let's cure you, and let's just go ahead and play it safe and use this on Mr. Thomas. What did that say, Windstorm? Oh, your 231, man. Your 231 is weak, man. I got 6 more of these bitches. Oh, there's no way. You're going down, motherfucker. Is this guy just programmed to have, like, 50,000 HP or something? Are they just assuming that you have to figure this weakness out? The weaknesses do seem more important with the bosses. Holy shit. We're not even to his second weakness form or whatever. Second damage sprite or whatever the fuck. Okay, I got 14 more arrows, so we should be able to not run out of magic before he's dead, I hope. Psych shield. The hell was that? Is that hopefully that's not reflect. Should I try like a weaker spell just to see in case it reflects it? Oh, it did. Okay, repelled it, but it didn't. It didn't. Wait, I got feathers, so maybe that is the. Holy shit! Oh boy! Oh boy! Okay, well, okay. So now we know that when he does that, to not do that. I thought it was just gonna like nullify it. I didn't know that it was gonna give me like feathers were gonna fall on me and do a fuckload of damage for some reason. All right, let's try it again. The problem is that I did like what 12 or 15,000 damage to him. So I lost all that progress. Let's use a cure potion since Thomas's attack does way the fuck more than Kaylee's attack. Actually, it was only like what 500 more. Arrow was doing like 1,500, and that's doing like 2,000, I think, right? Sky attack. Isn't that a move in Pokemon? Maybe. I don't have all the moves memorized. Alright, arrow it up, bitch. Alright, he rocked me like a hurricane. Alright. Okay, I think we're good to attack and it's cure, I suppose. Oh man, okay, we're definitely gonna have to do a cure spell on Mr. Thomas next turn. Man, that flare is so powerful. I have a feeling that we're gonna be spamming that shit on the final boss. What could the final boss even be? Have we been informed of like a major enemy, like a final foe or whatever? Like, did they even mention? They're like, oh, you gotta stop what's his face from doing the thing with the fucking crystals or whatever the fuck. Yeah, a story that's this shallow, I'm not going to get super heavily invested in, actually, if you haven't noticed. Okay, so we're just going to regular whack with the axe. I guess we could try a different weapon. Claw, maybe? I don't know. I really want to believe that claw is going to work well on something, on one of these dudes, right? Maybe the claw will work on, like, the final boss, and you would never expect it because it hasn't worked on anyone else. Psych shield is down, alright. Is he casting it again? Why did he do that? Let's use flare with just one guy and cure with the other guy just in case. It said Psych shield is down. He didn't put it back up, did he? I don't know what that little weird thing he did was. It reminds me of something from like Super Punch Out. Some kind of goofy fucking animation they would do before they did some like flurry of punches or something. Alright, let's just arrow it up. Well, we're not even to the second sprite of damage yet, man. Oh, there we go. I kind of wish they would have done this in more Final Fantasy games, actually. That is something that Pro Jared mentioned, that it was kind of cool that they did, but yeah, just never happened again. Okay, let's go ahead and whack. Oh, man. I kind of feel bad killing him. He's all, like, weak and stuff. He's, like, resting his arm on his fucking thigh. That's something I always had to, oh, shit. Don't do that. we would do a move called extended side angle, and then you're supposed to rest your shield is down. You're supposed to rest your one hand on your thigh while extending your other arm like over your head or whatever, reaching out to the side. And I always had to remind people to just the natural tendency is to just like collapse all your weight onto your front thigh, which is not what you're supposed to do. So I would always tell students to just like shake your arm just to make sure that you're not accidentally like cheating. Oh shit! Fuck you. Because sometimes with these poses, sometimes you actually like end up like sort of cheating without even like realizing it. So you just gotta like make little comments like that just to make sure that like they stay like present and they maintain their like they keep paying attention to like what they're doing or not doing to make sure that they're not like cheating accidentally or on purpose. It said the shield was down, but did you put it back up? I think they did. I don't 100% remember actually. I guess we'll find out. Oh shit, he did put it back up. No! Holy shit. I didn't think that the feathers did that much damage. Okay, so now the shield is down. Alright. They're getting a little more advanced. Gotta be a little more strategic and, like, pay attention and not use shit at a certain time. Which it's fucked up that it took most of the game for them to get to the same level. Oh shit, Kaylee has a cure also. Okay. Yeah, I totally forgot, I guess. No! The fucking first boss in Final Fantasy VI, they actually did that. Where they're like, don't attack when the head goes into the shell or whatever the fuck. That did kind of feel like shoehorned, where they're just like, wait a minute, remember when we were in training and they told us about that one monster that just happens to be this monster? Shit, did the shield go down? I think it did. Let's fudge them up. And let's just do this just in case. Oh, fuck you, dude. I guess it didn't matter. Oops. But it's like, oh, what are the odds that the one thing we read about in school just happens to be this fucking dude? Wait, why did his sprite change? We didn't do damage. Now he's all just like chilling. He's got the red fucking angry eyes, but yet he's kind of laying on the ground chilling. It's like, how are you gonna cast spells when you're on the ground? How are you gonna slash and attack me when you're like chilling on the ground, man? Get the fuck up, man. Your life is on the line. You're fucking being murdered. This is no time to just chill out lay down on the ground all relaxing and shit. You are like literally being fucking murdered right now. So yeah, maybe buck up and, oh, never mind, you're too fucking dead. You see, you should have taken my advice. You should have just taken my advice and not fucking died. Did you ever think of that? No, of course not. Alright, what do we got? The wind crystal is up here, I guess, or whatever. Yay. So what's the point of the crystal just appearing and then we can't interact with it? It doesn't seem to do anything to us. We just see it and then we walk away. We're just like, oh, okay, there's the crystal. Alright, see ya. And what do we got in here? Sky coin. Alright, cool. I don't know why they chose to make the symbols be attack, magic, fire, and then I'm guessing that's just like, that's the symbol you would see on top of like a building if it was like an item shop. I don't know why the frick they did why they did that. Okay, so I guess there's maybe other paths I could take. I didn't have to follow the advice at all about that one dude. He's talking about the switches. Like, oh, and the switches, like, flip the switch with your axe to do a thing on even numbered floors. What the fuck does that even mean? I guess I'll explore the rest of this off camera. I don't feel like I need to show it. We're at an episode anyway. So I'll just do the rest of these fights. Actually, how much experience did I get from that guy? I think I only got like 600 experience from killing that guy. Man, I still need 32,000, man. That's so much. So I'm just gonna check out the rest of this place off camera. I don't need to show me doing all the dumb fights and exploring all this shit or whatever. It's probably not entertaining to watch. it's not super entertaining to play either, so I can only imagine how y'all must feel. So in the next one, we'll meet back outside, and I think we probably have to go back to Whitney and talk to somebody, so we'll do that next time. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like and a comment and a subscribe and what's the other one? Share, I think. So any combination, like I said, any combination of those would be great. I'd appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next time, and y'all take care. Bye-bye.